Influence. And when I say under the influence, right away we go to two things, drugs and alcohol. Absolutely, that's part of it. You're going to meet those people, you're going to deal with those people. Depending on your occupation, depends how much. But here's something that you are going to encounter every single day, multiple times, and sometimes it's on top of the drugs and alcohol to really create a shitstorm. Okay, and that is that people today are operating under stress, fear, anger, desperation, humiliation, loneliness, envy, whatever it is. See, especially look now, people could say it's the economy now. It doesn't matter if the economy's up or the economy's down. Somebody somewhere today, there's mothers and fathers and husbands and wives, and they don't know if they're going to make the mortgage payment on Friday. They don't know if they're going to keep the electricity on. They don't know if they can keep their car running. They don't know if they can pay the school fees for their kids. They just don't know so many different things, and it's not just for a week, it's not for a month, it's chronic. It never goes away. There's parents and people out there dealing with health concerns, theirs or their children. There is so much stress in the high-paced world where everything is constantly on us that people are living constantly under this pressure. Okay, when we talk about an aggression continuum, I want you to think of it like a thermometer. Okay, there is something that's called the trigger phase, there's the escalation phase, and then there is crisis. So many people today go from the daily triggers that we all experience, right? You wake up one morning and you left your lights on in your truck so your battery's dead. Oh man, you got no toothpaste. Oh come on man, you stub your toe because you're 10 minutes late because the battery and you're dealing with this shit. By the time you get where you're supposed to go, you are literally right up here at the top of your trigger phase. Maybe you're into more mild escalation, right? You're just having one of those days. Somebody just looks at you wrong and you're like, talk to me. But you know what the great thing is for most of us? There's this little pressure release valve on here. And when we're feeling that way, you know what we do? I get up half an hour early and I go outside and I train. You know what you do? You go to the gym, you go for a swim, you go for a walk, you get a good book, you go sit at Starbucks and you have a latte and you read for a little bit. You do something you know how to decompress. For so many people, there's no escape. They can't go home, they can't go to work, they can't go to afford a latte, they can't go out for a walk. It's constantly on them that something's going to fail on them, something's going to happen to them. And they live with that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're chronically under the influence of stress. How do you think that's going to make it when you deal with these people? And again, here's the same thing about predators. You can look at somebody and go, that guy looks scary, but it's the other guy over there in the three-piece suit you should have been watching. You can look at the guy over here and say, that guy's driving a Volvo, man, that guy's an Audi, that guy is set up, and that guy's the guy that snaps and walks into his place of business with a gun. Why? Because he's living with his credit extended, everything's falling apart on him, whatever it is. You don't know by looking at somebody who's dealing with stress and who's not dealing with stress. Why is this important for us to know? Because when you're dealing with people, you can do everything right. You can be professional, you can use all the right tactical communication concepts. You can do everything right and you say something very innocent, very non-threatening, nondescript, just so perfectly done, and you bam, get a 0 to 100. Somebody absolutely loses their frickin' mind.